Welcome back to Crypto Pulse, your home for no-hype, high-conviction crypto insights. Today we're diving deep into a project that's not getting the spotlight it deserves, yet. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. Please do your own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making investment decisions. Crypto and tokenized securities involve risk. Only invest what you can afford to lose. Let's start at the beginning, because understanding what Ondo actually is the key to seeing where it's going. Ondo Finance is a protocol that enables the tokenization of real-world financial assets, starting with US Treasuries, corporate bonds, and money market funds. In other words, it's taking traditional finance products that sit in your Fidelity account and putting them on the blockchain. Here's what that unlocks: 24/7 access to high-yield products, global reach, no bank needed, near-instant settlement, and composability with other DeFi protocols. The flagship product is called OUSG, Ondo's Tokenized US Treasury Fund. You hold OUSG and it gives you exposure to real one-month US Treasury bills, fully collateralized, transparently managed, and legally sound. This is a massive deal. Why? Because the market for these kinds of products, known as real-world assets or RWAs, is trillions of dollars deep. And most of that money hasn't touched crypto yet. Remember, always consider the risks and consult with a financial advisor. Ondo Finance is pioneering the future of finance by bridging traditional assets with blockchain technology. Let's zoom out. We're in a world where interest rates are high, stable coins are growing, and institutions are exploring blockchain tech. But here's the key. Institutions don't want meme coins. They don't want 10,000% APYs. They want real yield from regulated, safe, predictable products like treasuries and bonds. And Ondo is offering exactly that, but in a tokenized format. That's not just convenient, it's a paradigm shift. Because now, you can get yield on-chain, you don't need a brokerage, and you can use that token as collateral, liquidity, or collateral in DeFi. Here's the kicker. While everyone was sleeping on this space, BlackRock launched a tokenized fund called BUDDle. It made headlines, but guess who beat them to it? Ondo. And that's what most people are missing. Ondo isn't chasing hype. It's building financial rails. Institutions are now recognizing the value of tokenized real-world assets. The market is shifting, and Ondo is at the forefront of this transformation. With institutional interest growing, Ondo is poised to lead the next wave of financial innovation. This isn't a maybe one-day project. Ondo is already partnering with the biggest names in traditional finance. We're talking BlackRock, Morgan Stanley-affiliated platforms, Franklin Templeton, Circle and Fireblocks for custody and infrastructure, Polygon, Ethereum, and Solana for chain deployments. That's a serious lineup. And when you understand how institutions move, carefully, slowly, but with immense force, it becomes clear. Ondo is positioning itself as the compliant bridge between crypto and the world's biggest capital markets. They're not just hoping institutions adopt crypto, they're actively designing the tools that make it possible. With strategic partnerships and innovative solutions, Ondo is leading the charge in integrating real-world assets with blockchain technology. Their role is pivotal in shaping the future of finance, ensuring a seamless transition for institutions into the crypto space. Let's break down Ondo's key products, because this is where it gets really interesting. OUSG, tokenized exposure to short-term US Treasuries. OMUS, exposure to BlackRock-managed money market instruments. And USDY, a tokenized, yield-bearing stablecoin backed by US assets, usable for on-chain finance. These aren't just assets, they're tools. OUSG, for example, gives DAOs and whales the ability to earn stable yield without off-ramping. And USDY? That's what Ondo is calling a next-gen stablecoin, one that actually generates yield and is fully backed by US government securities. Why does this matter? Because it creates a new kind of on-chain money, a compliant, trusted, transparent stablecoin that earns real yield. That alone could disrupt the stablecoin market, and Ondo is at the center of it. Ondo's innovative approach is reshaping the financial landscape, making real-world assets more accessible. Most DeFi protocols pick a chain and stick to it, but Ondo? It's going everywhere. Ethereum for security, Polygon for low fees, Solana for blazing fast transactions and mass adoption. That's a smart move. It means more composability, more developer attention, and a wider user base, from TradFi institutions to retail DeFi users. And it also shows that Ondo is chain agnostic. They're not married to one ecosystem, they're married to growth. Now let's talk about the Ondo token itself, because most people think it's just for governance. Not true. Yes, it does play a role in protocol decisions, but that's only the beginning. In the near future, Ondo will be used for staking incentives, provide fee discounts and access to premium financial products, play a role in Treasury-backed reward models, and potentially share in future protocol revenue, subject to regulation. What does that mean for investors? It means the Ondo token has clear demand drivers beyond speculation. The more real-world capital flows into tokenized assets, the more the Ondo ecosystem grows. And so does the token's utility. This is where early positioning matters. One of the most overlooked strengths of Ondo is its regulatory foresight. The team is made up of ex-Goldman Sachs professionals. All tokenized funds are registered and managed under strict compliance frameworks. Ondo actively works with jurisdictions to stay ahead of regulation. While other DeFi protocols try to hide from regulators, Ondo is building with them in mind. That's a massive green flag, especially if you're looking at the long-term institutional narrative. Ondo's proactive approach ensures it remains a robust and compliant player in the evolving DeFi landscape. So let's zoom out. We're entering a new phase of crypto, one where real-world finance merges with decentralized tech. It's no longer just about memes, speculation, or even Layer 1 wars. It's about bringing real assets on-chain, in a compliant, efficient, transparent way. And that's exactly what Ondo is doing. With institutional backing, regulatory compliance, cross-chain infrastructure, real-world use cases, and growing token utility, Ondo is solving problems that actually matter. And most investors, they're still stuck in the old paradigm. In every cycle, there are projects that quietly build, that operate under the radar, until one day they explode into the spotlight. Ondo might be one of those. This isn't hype, this is fundamentals, this is long-term. And if you're an investor looking for serious, scalable, real-world use in crypto, Ondo deserves a place on your radar. Thanks for watching this deep dive on Ondo. If you found this valuable, hit that like button, it really helps. Subscribe to Crypto Pulse for weekly videos that go beyond the noise and straight into the signal. And let us know in the comments. Are you bullish on Ondo? Are RWAs the next DeFi wave? Till next time, stay sharp, stay crypto.